This is a demonstration of Screencast Matic, a program that I learned about during one of my graduate classes this past spring at Fort Hays, and I thought to demonstrate I would show a few pictures from my trip from Costa Rica with the KSU Agriculture Travel Seminar. The first photo here is all of us sitting in the airport in Manhattan getting ready to board the plane. And I'll go ahead and start the slideshow and try and narrate as best I can as it goes along. There were 15 teachers that went, as well as two sponsors, Dr. Shannon Washburn and Dr. John Unruh. Here's the plane we flew out of Manhattan on, just a small American Airlines jet. Here's once we got into Costa Rica. This is next to our hotel. This is actually a coffee plant, or a coffee bush. And you see the little berries, or they call them cherries. This one's not ripe yet, or these aren't ripe. Here's Gloria and I looking over the Poas volcano. This volcano erupted about, I believe, 20 years ago. And here is at the coffee plantation that we had the chance to tour. This is our tour guide, and he's telling us the process of picking. All the coffee beans are harvested by hand in a basket like this one. The workers are paid about $3 a basket, and a good worker can pick about 20 to 25 baskets a day, so about $60 a day. And there is a ripe coffee bean. Inside there are actually two halves to the bean, and that's what you see there in his right hand. A mutated coffee bean is on the left, where it only has one. We were able to see the entire process from propagation all the way to where the beans are harvested, and this is one of their starting flats or trays. I also took a few pictures of my food. Kind of interesting, there was some beef steak, a little coconut cookie, a dish called picadillo, which included corn and squash and celery, as well as a salad. And couldn't go on a trip like this without having a little refreshment, so a few teachers and I stocked our sink with the local beverage of choice. This is on a tour. This slide was on our tour of one of the universities in Costa Rica, and they talked there about their country's agricultural production. Here's another dish of food I had. Tongue is there in the salsa, beans, fried plantains, rice, and salad. One of their common meals there. This is on a dairy farm that we toured up in the highlands of Costa Rica. This particular dairy cow actually produced, and we couldn't believe it, they eat mostly grass. This dairy cow produced upwards of 150 pounds a day. This is the Basilica de Nuestro de Los Angeles, or something about the Basilica or the Church of the Angels. This is actually a banana plant, and this is our tour guide. He was fantastic. Gave us the whole process of how a banana is grown. Here's Bob Van Winkle and Tanya Brown posing for a picture of attempting to harvest the banana, the bunch of bananas from the banana plant. Here are the guys actually doing it. They put styrofoam in between each layer of bananas, or in between each bunch, so they don't bruise. It was kind of interesting, the process that they go through in doing that. Here's on the pineapple farm, where they have probably about a 90-foot boom with people working on either side, picking the pineapples and setting them on a conveyor belt. Here's our tour guide on the pineapple farm. Did a really nice job. It's kind of interesting watching him slice up fresh pineapple right out of the field with his machete. It was really kind of cool to see. I'm going to see if I can learn to slice pineapple that way. Here's Dr. Washburn. You see Bob Van Winkle, Lee Weiss, and Drew Obermeyer in the background. Dr. Washburn enjoying some fresh pineapple. And there's myself with a pineapple, and we even got to learn how to pick out the best quality pineapple when we go to the store, and maybe I'll tell you about that a little later. This is Don Fernando, one of the more respected cattle producers in the country of Costa Rica. He's a cattle feeder, uses intensive grazing. Here are some of his cattle, pretty much all Brahman, a few crosses. Really nice looking animals, and raises Brahman beef. Ends up slaughtering or selling to slaughter about 2,400 head a year, which is approximately 10% of the total cattle slaughtered in the country of Costa Rica. Here's a picture of the volcano that overlooks his ranch. This volcano is active and is scheduled to, I think, do some erupting here in the near future, but there's a constant lava flow down the other side. Extremely hospitable family, and he treated us to dinner at his home, an outdoor kitchen. Here's Lee and Laura Klenda and Drew Obermeyer as we're getting ready to enjoy dinner that his wife and daughters prepared for us there. Right next to us is not only this pool, but also his cattle working facilities are right outside the kitchen, and everything's wide open, so it was kind of interesting to see. And my guess is they cook in that pretty much year round. This is Julio. He is the second in command of Corfoga, which is equivalent to the National Cattlemen's Beef Association in Costa Rica. And this is on one of the hikes we took, the largest tree in the country of Costa Rica, the oldest tree in the country. And I believe we're getting close to the end of my slides for this time. Anyway, hopefully you're able to see a little bit of our trip to Costa Rica. Later on, Gloria Belton, myself, and Lee Weiss will be presenting at the KACT Summer Conference about our experience. That was one of the things that we needed to do for Smoky Hill in order for them to assist us with the funding.